Hey, John. Hey, Darren. All right, we have a couple people in early. Good deal. Just prepping the body. Hopefully, you can hear me and it's not noisy from the metal lathe. Are we getting any background noise from the metal lathe? It's gear driven, so it's a little noisier. My voice is muffled sounding. It may be from the metal lathe. Let me check the air. How is that, Jen? Is that any better? Hello, Debbie. Does the voice sound any better, or does it still sound kind of muffled? Sounds far away. Let's try this setting. Does that sound any better, or can you hear the metal lathe now? All right, so this sounds better. Good. I'm glad. I wasn't sure which would be the best with the metal lathe. Good. Good. I'm glad. I have a test section here. We'll use our test section to check our fit. Fits well. Hi, Steve. Hi, Debbie. Okay, now to thread the outside. How is everybody today? Anybody working on anything neat? Any projects? Anybody off for the rest of the year? Anybody have to work the rest of the week? Let's put a chamfer just barely on the edge here. Okay. And now we'll thread our body for the cap thread. This is an M13 by 0.8 triple start. I put a little oil in that before I put it up there. We'll put just a little more. Just so that our dye lasts as long as possible. Okay. Should be good to go. We can put a little relief right here. Some people do, some people don't. We can. Okay. Our body is ready to turn. We can check our relief there with our test cap like a glove. Good joke, Steve. Good joke. Here's the body that is prepped. Beautiful purple. Okay. Now we can make our cap. Absolutely. I started a little bit early. Yeah. Yeah, I started just a little bit early. Okay. We're going to make our cap. So we need a center drill. We need to prep the face. If you're using a wood lathe, I always recommend prepping the face. If you're using a metal lathe, I still recommend prepping the face. Even though these were cut with a parting tool from metal lathe, I still like to take just a few thousandths off, prep the face. I highly recommend a center drill. It helps a lot. There we go. Remember our cap is M13 by 0.8 or 13 by point or 0.8. Help drill just a little smoother. Okay, that's done. We'll clean the hole out. We'll give it a little chamfer to help ease our threads. Okay. There we go. Now we got a little start. We can power thread it just a little bit. Okay. And now that that's started, we can back this out. Yeah, where's Momo? Honestly, I haven't heard from her today. I need to check on her. Somebody else want to reach out to her while we're on the live? I didn't hear from her today. Hey, Marquetta. Okay. Our cap is made. Before we take it out, we can try it with our test pin. Fits well. Fits very well. As soon as we get this turned, we will do some ink swatching this evening as well. Body and cap, nice fit. Yes, some of them are. I don't have all of them yet, but I have some. Some of them are new tools. They are from Rick Carroll. Eventually, I will have all of them will be from him, but as of right now, I'm still waiting on an order to come in. Okay, now to make the section. Thank you very much. Thanks, Marquetta, for the compliment and the kind words. Alumilite is a great company. They've been very good to us. They are great people to work with. You can find our pin polishing technique on alumilite.com. Or you can watch it here in the live. If you need to catch it, you can catch it in the live, or you can catch it on Alumilite's website. Remember that Marquetta is part of Third Gen Pin Shop and Still Amusing. They make the lathe buddy, which we use in polishing and sanding our pens and diamond pens on a wood lathe. I don't really polish much on the metal lathe just because of the water making things rough. But we do polish our stuff on the wood lathe that we have, and we always use a lathe buddy underneath to keep all the moisture, grime, junk off of our pens. Sorry, off of the waves of our bed, so that we have a much nicer quality bed for a long time without a bunch of rust. They make a great product. Now we're going to cut a tenon for 10 millimeter because we thread our sections at 10 by 1. This is not a triple stroke. 10 by 1 is a single stroke thread. This is a tenon cutter from the Hinge Pen Company. You can buy them from turnerswarehouse.com. That's where we purchase ours from. You can purchase them from the Hinge Pen Company. You can also purchase them from our friends over at Turner's Warehouse. Be sure to pick up some other cool stuff that they have as well. They have a lot of great products. They have kits. Chad and Amy and the rest of the crew are amazing people. They do a great job. You can pick up just about anything you need to turn. They sell lathes, they sell tooling, they sell kitless tooling. When you see our mandrels here shortly, our mandrels are from Turner's Warehouse, and they are great stuff. They work very well. We have a couple sets of them. It's always nice to have spare parts. Okay, we're going to cut about a quarter of a thread, a quarter inch of thread. Maybe close to 3/8, but this is what works for us and makes the strongest section. The tenon cutter makes this super easy. Takes all of the guesswork out of it. Sometimes I have issues getting the pen out just because it's usually slick and lubricated. Okay. Now we can put our tool post back in and use our handle with our 10 by 1 thread. This is from our friend Rick Harrell, Rick's Custom Tools. Super great guy and great tools. Put a little bit of WD-40 on there. Can you get lathe buddies at Turner's? Oh, wow, that's great. I didn't realize they were selling them yet. Turner's Warehouse sells the lathe buddy as well. What an awesome thing to see, Marquetta. Congratulations. Hey, Frank. That's my good friend Frank Lockery. He's a veteran. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Steve, for your service. Both of them have served this great nation of ours. Yeah, yes, I will put his name in the link. Name. I will post it to the video, and actually, I'll post it. I'll try to tag it to the link or tag it the link after the video when it's posted. Does great work, great stuff, great guy. Okay, now we're going to back drill this with a 7.5 millimeter, just so that our ink cartridge fits in without any issues. Okay, we're going to turn this around, put it over here, and what we do to try to help line up things so that they stay on center from where they were drilled initially, is I like to put my 6 millimeter drill bit back in, and I like to put the section. That's not a 6. That's an 8. That won't work. Okay, there's a 6. Is I like to put my section on there and then put it into the tool just to try to help line things up better so they stay kind of centered. Let me check the length. We may need to take just a little bit off too. Yeah, I need to take just a shade off. Okay, so now we'll put it back in and line it up. We'll leave that little bit out so that we can clean it up. Okay, that part's ready. We're going to clean the face of this up just a little bit, take a little bit off. I do. Hello. Thanks for coming back to join us. We don't really want to take off a huge bite at a time. So we're going to take just a little bit off at a time until we get all the way down. And then we'll step drill. Okay, now we'll do a cleanup pass here. Thank you very much. Okay, face is cleaned up. Good to go. Now we'll do a step drill. This step bit can be from the ferrule as well. I always make sure I clean out often so that I don't ruin the bit. I don't want to overheat it, so I always clean out often. And touch the bit. If it feels hot, it probably needs to cool for a second. Although resin isn't hard, it does create a lot of heat. It is a very high friction on the bit, and it will make a lot of heat quickly. Okay, now we're going to go in, make our final cut, cut. Okay, and that should be the correct depth for what we need. Good to go. Now we'll thread it with our Euro nib, or thread it for Euro nib. Sorry about that. Okay, little threading oil. I'm muffled again. Ah, I'm sorry to hear that. Is that better? Hey, Doug Neesmith joined us as well. How is this? Is this better? It didn't change anything. And I'm using a set of AirPods. It comes in and out, probably with the noise of the lathe. I can try a different pair of AirPods. Very much better. Okay, sorry about that. Let's try just one AirPod and see if that makes a difference. Does that sound better or worse? Okay. All right. Good. Good. I'm glad that's better. Let's just run one AirPod then. Okay. So now we have a body, a cap, and a section. All right. Let's turn our section first. Okay. We'll change collet nuts, and we'll get our section mandrel from our Turner's Warehouse set. This takes a 1/2 inch collet. We have been buying our collet nuts from Rocky Mountain CNC. The thing I like about them is that they have a bearing in them instead of just a standard flat collet nut. You can find them. Actually, his store is on eBay. I don't know if he has a .com or not, but this piece is the bearing, so it helps line up a little easier. Not guaranteed to be dead center without measuring, but it helps a lot most of the time. As anyone that will tell you that's ever in a metal lathe, the hardest part is always setting things up to be true. We can set up a runout gauge. Okay, that's ready. We'll try to get this as best as possible. This is always the most time consuming part, is making sure that your section is set up as true as possible. All right, let's turn our piece in and check. Set it to 0. Oop, set it to 0 and then turn. Um, Not real great. Let's try again. We want to see the needle stay closer to 0 than that. If we were to run it by hand, we would see that it wobbles, or power, not by hand, sorry. So we'll try again. Turn it. There's always going to be as close to center as possible. It will never be perfect, but you try to get it as best as you can. Okay, let's try again. Better, but not perfect. Let's try this. And with the naked eye, close, but not perfect. We'll try one more time. Set it up to 0. Yeah, I can live with that. Wow, that went way out when we tightened it. Well, try one more time. You get a different handle. That one seems to be a little tall. Sorry about that. Sorry to swing me around. Okay, let's try again. Okay, Wow, it's a lot. Let's try one more time. We'll get it eventually. It happens. It just takes time. Sometimes it takes a lot of time. Sometimes we get it one or two tries. Okay, we're good. Take our setup gauge off. Yeah, we look all right. Find our section. Put our cutting piece back on our tool holder. Hi, Michelle. Hi, Carla. Hi, Glenn. I think I saw Glenn earlier, right? Sorry if I missed him. Okay, take a cleanup pass. It's going to be amazing to see what's underneath of this. So was this blank popular? Did we like this? Did we not like this? It seemed to be well voted on, so that's why we went with it. Hey, Glenn. So UW's colors purple and white and gold. Hey, PBC Bushings is with us. Hey, Brian. Thanks for joining. Okay, now we set up again, and we will make a section to shape. There we go. Section is shaped. Turned and shaped. We'll hit it with a little bit of alcohol and Doing on the paper here. Maybe it'll help us see the colors on a little better. Donna lied to us. Glenn said he wasn't coming tonight. Huh. Hi, Brian. Okay. This should be a beautiful pen. Should be gorgeous. Okay. What do we want to turn next? The cap or the body? Let's turn the cap. And remember, we have to switch pallets to a 5/8. Your section mandrel will be a half. Your body and cap mandrels will be 5/8. What's up, Hoss 420? Thanks. An LSU fan. Ha! I've actually had a customer in the past request this color pattern, and they were an LA Lakers fan. Nope. We'll keep trying. Eventually it'll work. Brian, do you have any tips on or tricks on getting us to center any faster? Maybe switch collet types? Hey, that seemed to work. It seemed pretty good. Check it with our setup tool. We got lucky. Got it pretty easy that time. Yeah, I'd say we got real lucky. Nice and tight. That's what we like. Nice tight setup. Makes for much better pens, much more beautiful pens, much more concentric pens. And make sure our cap is cleaned out as it is. Okay, here we go. Remember, this is an M13 by 8 triple start. Put our cutter back in. Before I do that, actually, let's take a measurement of our total depth so we'll know how short we can make our cap if we want to decide to shorten it a little bit. 58.8. Okay. We do that by sticking our calipers in, pushing the probe down, and 58.8. So I would say no less than 60, just to be on the safe side. All good. You got to let us know who your blank dealer is. I may need a couple of those and the other one posted today. Absolutely. UW Huskies colors also. Nice. Got to let Darren know who my blank dealer is. I'll do that for sure. We always like to make a face pass to clean this up. Okay. And we can go back. And we can put our stock into this because I know we've got a little extra material. So that'll help keep things colored. And here we go. And make a cleanup pass. Let's turn that off for a second. Get a good look at it. Now let's see how much it changes. Going well, Brian. You? I apologize that it sounds muffled. I don't know what's causing that. I would say it's probably from the metal lathe. Let's see if that's any better. Is that better? Ah, I wonder what keeps causing that. Sorry about that. I don't know. I can always try a different set of AirPods. Thanks for joining us, Brian. I would say it probably has something to do, whoops, with the noise of the metal lathe. But it's all gear driven, so it's a little noisy. I like the precision that a metal lathe gives me. They can easily be made on a wood lathe as well. I just prefer the ease of a metal lathe. And it allows me to dial in the precision much tighter with a metal lathe. It doesn't have to be. They can be done on a wood lathe. That is 17.1, 17.5. It's a rather large cap. We'll turn it down some more. Yeah, it's much more accurate, much more consistent. It allows me to keep the accuracy and the consistency tight enough that I'll show you, Joan. Maybe this helps explain it a little better. Okay, so here are 3 different pen parts from 3 different pens. Here's a cap from one pen. Here's the body of another pen. And here's this, whoop, wrong section. And here's the section from another pen. Using the metal lathe lets me keep the consistency so tight that I can put, and you can still do it with a wood lathe. It just is easier for me. You can put the section out of this pen into the body of this pen and the cap of this pen and know that they will always fit. So if you have multiple pens from us, you can interchange your sections, caps, and bodies to make a custom combination if you had multiple pens. It helps us keep the consistency up. At some point, if you wanted to, you could buy a plain pink pen, a plain black pen, something like that, and then buy a different section anytime you wanted one. Say, if you wanted a section from each month's showcase blank, then you could have a matching section to each month's showcase blank without having to buy a whole pen. And we know that the consistency would stay there. Because he is a heavy metal fan. Thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of info, and sorry if it's a little overwhelming, and sorry if I spoke too fast, but it just helps keep consistency. Okay, take another pass. I usually like around a 16 millimeter cap. Thanks, Glenn. We're going to do some ink swatching here shortly, as soon as we get the body turned, which should come up just about right. It'll give us about an hour to ink swatch and go over some stuff. I did get a Kakamore nib for my nib holder from River City Pen. Hey, good evening. It's my lovely wife is joining us. Thanks, love. Earlier, we took a measurement of 58.8. Okay. 16 on the money. And we had a 58.8. So we said 60 would be our minimum. So we're not going to be able to take much off, but we are going to be able to take a little bit off. Some prefer a big long cap. I don't, but we also have them aligned as to where we can taper from. Marquetta has one of our pens. She was gifted one of them at the Mid Ohio Valley Turners gathering. She has one in the Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Hey, Stephanie's with us as well. Sorry, Stephanie, if I didn't notice you earlier. I hope you're feeling better. Okay, here we go. We can put a right paper coating. Yeah, could go with that. Okay, we can sand that up over the shop, and it's touching it up when we polish it. Okay, let's hit that with a little bit of zona paper and alcohol, just to turn it up a little bit so we can see our colors a little better. All right, here we go. Eee. The downside to alcohol is you will quickly figure out where you have a cut. I must have a little nick on my thumb from something. Hello, Billy. Oh, and it was your first fountain pen. Great. Oh, that is awesome. Congratulations, Marquetta. What a sweet gift. Happy anniversary. Okay, let's see what this looks like.
Holy cow, what a change. Look at all the beautiful color in that. Oh, yeah. Yes, it will. I agree. Thanks, Linda. Hey, Corey. Linda, I poured something the other day thinking of you, and I don't know if I left any over here or not. And I actually turned one into a fountain pen. It's over the other shop. I get it polished up tomorrow. I'll let you see it. But it is in the purple, blue, and silver, like you requested. When I turned the pen, too, it's gorgeous. Okay. Our body is turned, our cap is turned, our section is turned. Excuse me, our section is turned. Now we'll turn the body.
Sweet. Looks like that lined up well. Let's tighten it, see if it stays there. As it did. We will put our setup gauge on there and check.
Still think there's dirt on there. Okay, good to go. We can put our cutter back on. We can put our body on, just to kind of give you an idea of the transformation from blank to pen. And as we tell so many people, the way we pour the patterns, I can almost consistently guarantee you will love what's underneath. So if you love the outside colors, the pattern will not disappoint. If you look, it looks very bland from the outside. Awesome. Great. I'm glad, Corey. What looked like a very bland pattern on the outside has come out a very wild and consistent color on the inside. Once you get the skin off of it, it is gorgeous. I'll probably post pens after or blanks after the first of the year, and we will do some mystery boxes as well. That's still really sweet, Marquetta. What a great thought on his process. What a great gift. Congratulations to you too. Yeah, I mean, this pattern wasn't even noticed on the outside of the blank. Okay, let's take a measurement on the inside as well, so we know if we need to shorten the body, we can. Let me clean the body out. Okay, 80. So I was going to say 79, but it's 80. Okay, put it on and get it tuned up here. Snugged up tight. We can come back down here, take a little bit off the tail as a cleanup pass, and then we'll put our tool up against it. Thanks, Steve. Anytime if you're doing an initial pass, you should always go very slow with any material being removed, just because you're taking something from untrue to as true as possible. Once it's crude, pretty low risk of damage, but until it's crude, there's always a risk. Okay. What lies beneath? Da-da-da-da. Steve, did you hear back from Momo? Wow, that's good to know, Brian.
Steve, did you hear anything from Momo? Huh. Okay. I'll try to reach out there and make sure everything's all right. Okay.
Let's see what our outside diameter is. 16.9. So we're a little bigger than the cap. We're going to take that down further.
Okay. Thanks, Linda. No, this mandrel is stainless steel. All of my mandrels are stainless steel. I don't prefer them in aluminum. Stainless is worth the extra cost. In my opinion. Stainless is bushings, yeah. Stainless is worth the cost. What's up, Kurt McDonald? This will put us under 16 millimeters. This is probably going to be closer to 16. I had somebody recently request a 12 millimeter pen, which I thought was very thin, but it's not mine. Their preference.
14.6. That'll be nice. Okay, and we said we had 80 millimeters for the tail section. Remember that that number starts at the threads, not at the shoulder. So we can clean that up and take our mark out of it from where our tailstock was in there.
Always go slow. Good to go. Okay. We'll sandpaper this one with a little alcohol, or zona paper sand with a little alcohol. Oh, Doug, he's the source. He knows how to do it. He can make them. He just doesn't tell anybody he does. He's got all the information, knows all the tips and tricks. He has got it. He is a kitless making machine. He just doesn't tell anybody.
Oh man. Man, oh man, oh man, did that turn out sweet. Mm-hmm. Yeah, baby. Holy cow. Holy Toledo, look at that. Holy cannoli. What? Sorry. Okay. Holy shnikes. Thank you. Polished up. That should be stunning. Wow. Mm-hmm. Holy cow. Holy cannoli. Ah, well, I had the cap manual in there. I should have turned the cap for this. This is a little project we've been working on. And I could have turned it while I had the cap manual for the. Wait, I need to turn the body. Yeah, let's turn the body while we're at it. Sorry about that, not the cap. I need to turn the body for this too. If you all don't mind. Whoops, that's the one's the pocket pen. Sorry. I gotta shorten it. I gotta get a manual shortened for that. Okay. Looks like we're not gonna turn that one. That'd be why it's still sitting over there. Sorry about that. I forgot I have to shorten the manual for that one. Okay. So we're all finished here. Bear with me just a second and I'll move us around and we'll do some ink swatching. Bear with me just a second. Okay, me, I'm almost ready. I'm telling you, that turned out beautiful. More gorgeous than I expected, that's for sure. Okay, we have our Leuchtturm book. I was hoping to get a swatch book that I ordered a couple of, but it does not appear that they made it here in time. So we use our Leuchtturm paper and trying to find some ink swatch samples to try. We will be using, let's use some samples out of, I believe this was last year's. No, this was this year. The teal was this year. Black is last year's. So let's use some out of our Diamine, not Diamine, yeah, Diamine Inkvent calendar. I found this one on clearance. I did not open it. In anticipation for the live, we could pick a couple days and do a couple swatches. Is that all right? Go ahead and change in clothes. Open your eyes, Steve. Okay, let's pick. Let's always first pick lucky number 13. We'll pull it out. Okay. Anyone else want to pick a couple days? Anybody? Shout out a number. 7. 23. Anybody else? Joan, do you want to pick a number? 25 from Doug. Kurt's custom. 23. Steve said 7. Joan says 12, 23, and 17. Okay. So this was 13. We need 7, 23, 17, and 25. 25, that's the big one. 23 and 17. Joan said 12. Did I get 12 out? No. Okay. We have a couple inks out of there. This is a nib holder from our friends over at River City Pen Company. I wonder why the heck that looks so dark. Or why the heck there's a shadow on there. 15,000 lumens of light. There shouldn't be a shadow, huh? Okay. We'll go with the first one we picked, which was lucky number 13. And this is a Kakamori nib. And it looks like the color is a pink color. And it is called Lullaby. So it should be a pinkish purple. This is our nib holder. If there's somebody else in the group that likes the Gulf livery as much as I do. So, but this is a Takamori nib holder. This is in copper. This is available in copper, gold, and stainless. Darren. Yeah, Darren likes the. I wondered if anybody would guess it. This is the Gulf livery. Darren likes it. Yeah, probably more than I do. He has a bunch of stuff in it. So we're going to load up our nib. Turn our sideways here since our nib holder doesn't fit in there all that well. Okay, now it's full. And we'll draw the big color first. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. Today is 12/30. Oh, and it's out. Let to get some more. 12/30/25. Yes, that is true. This is diamine ink vent black. So we'll say ink vent black. 13. It is a cool nib, Steve. Yeah. Okay. I will clean this with a little bit of pen flush. And we'll clean it out with a little compressed air. And we'll try another color. I'll put a little bit of pen flush. You can use water as well. In a cup here. And then just rinse the nib out. And we'll dry it with our compressed air. Okay. Let's try another one. This one's called Pine Needle. Nope. Kakamori makes their nib is the only one like that. As far as I know, I've not seen any other like it. And it is specifically designed to fit in a nib holder. I do not make nib holders, but our friends over at River City Pens out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Rich Paul, does make this nib holder and many others. He has some beautiful work. He makes nib holders, and they can hold calligraphy type nibs and other stuff as well, and they hold a regular nib, but I like the Kakamore nib because this turns it into a more traditional fountain pen type, or dip pen, I should say. And speaking of dip pens, we also have, let me look here. I know it's in one of these drawers. Bear with me just a second. You all may like this a lot. It is in here somewhere. Hmm. Aha, there it is. We can try this too, and I'll show you. It's really neat. This is a glass dip pen. This works the same as the Kakamore, except it is all handmade out of glass. Unlike the Kakamore that is more durable, this is very fragile. It is made of glass. We will do this color, which is pine needle. I should have wrote that that other one was lullaby. Cool. Okay. It rates very wet. Whether that's the ink or the nib, I'm not sure. Might be the nib. But it is a very neat pen because it is made entirely out of glass. Rather comfortable as well. And if you only load up a little bit, you only get a little effect. You want to be able to get as much in the ink as possible so that the ink rods for longer. Yeah, the green ink is rather neat too. And it looks like it's got a little shimmer to it. It's trying to write until it's empty, so I didn't have to rinse it out. No waste it. It's a very awesome shade of green. I like it a lot. Okay, I believe it is empty. It is a pretty ink. Yeah, it's very pretty. I agree. That was diamine pine needle. I'll clean our nib out. Clean it off with some air. Okay. Hmm, there's some purple dust on me from something. Attaboy, Kurt. Here's another. This one's going to be very interesting. This is known as winterberry. Could be very interesting. Winterberry. Not sure what winterberry is supposed to look like, but it looks like it has a reddish, pinkish color to it. Okay, we'll take a dip, and this is diamine winterberry. Oh, wow, got a little extra on there. Let's just swatch it right there. How's that? Okay, now it's a brilliant red color. Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very, very bright red. Oops. Oh, look at that. It ran out. Okay. Cleaned up, ready to go. Diamine Inkvent Winterberry. Ha! I did as well, Steve. I did as well. All right. This one is called Snow Globe. It does sound like a Starbucks coffee. Let's just swatch it till it runs out a little bit. Okay, let's try it again. Snow globe. It writes very well. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Doug, we ran out of ink. We'll get you on the next color. Clean our down in our pen flush. Okay. All right, let's do another one. And remember that we're using our mat. This is just a model mat from Hobby Lobby. It's perfect for this. It'll hold your little ink bottles over there with less risk of knocking them over. Not guaranteed not to. It's like I wouldn't call it a gray or a silver. It's honestly like a blue, light blue color, almost periwinkle. Oh, this one's gonna be good. We'll use our nib holder from River City Pens for this. Yeah, for $10, it's perfect for this. If you spill ink, it's only on the silicone. It's not ingrained in this wood surface or anything like that. It's much easier to clean up. This one should be a wow. Oh, this one's going to be awesome. I don't know if you all can see it through the bottle, but this one's called Lemon and Lime, and it is a shimmer ink. Can you all see the shimmer in there? The light? Ah, this is going to be, yeah, this is going to be wild. Yeah, it'd be a great glue up mat too, Steve. Awesome. It's a little transparent. It's got a lot of shimmer in it. Wow, it's still very wet right now. Okay. I don't know how well you all can see that. It is really a neat ink. Yes, it is. Yeah. House 420 or House 420. It's awesome. It is a very, very neat ink. And it's very shiny, shimmery. And as it's starting to dry, you can see the shimmer in it. Let's, who else is in here? Linda? Is Stephanie still with us? It's very neat ink. I like it. Yes, it would. Yeah. If you journal, this would be an awesome ink for journaling. Some people journal, some people don't. Some people journal as an outlet. Nothing wrong with it at all. Our outlet is to make pens. Clean it out here. Okay. Maybe I'll take the nib holder apart too so you all can see a little more of that. The nib holder is made in our Gulf livery blank, and I love it. Many of you love it. Okay. So if you were to purchase a nib holder from River City Pens, it would come like this with the end being open. Yeah, it's a very neat design to a point. And if you were to buy a Kakamori nib, I don't believe I kept a box for it. Yeah, I did. It'll come in a little holder. They make this in, sorry, I wasn't in, they make this in brass, copper, and stainless steel. This one is a copper. These are made in Japan. You can purchase them from River City Pens when you purchase it, or you can purchase them from endlesspens.com. If you use endlesspens.com, use my name without a space, and it will give you 15% off. All right, buddy, stay warm. Good luck. And this one will be number 25, so this will be a bigger bottle. If you do the ink bank calendar and you need a holder for all of your inks as you take them out, reach out to us. Now that it's after the time of the year, you can check a couple places and buy the ink bank calendar at a rather good discount. Ah, Darren's back with us. This is called Good Tidings from Diamine. This was day number 25. Our nib holder. Ooh, I think this is going to be a purple. If so, it should be awesome. Um, it doesn't bleed too much. Good. I'll get some swatching paper too. Wow. I don't know that it's a purple. I think it is a black. It is a very rich black, almost purple. There's a very nice sheen, and that's what it says on the side of the bottle. Extreme sheen. The nib rate's very smooth. This ink seems to last very long as well. Hmm. Pardon me, that one light died. Huh. The light or the box. We'll figure out which here in just a second. Where's the box? The USB box decided to crash out. Nope. Looks like it's empty. It's a beautiful ink. We'll wash our nib holder out. Blue ink is the best, huh? I'm a sucker for a good blue ink. Okay. What else do we have? It's in a sample. Huh. Oh yeah. Is that so? I have Manyo Kikyu from Sailor. This is the sample I recently received. We'll use our glass nib or glass pen, and we'll put it back in the sample, the holder. It looked like it was going to be a bluish color. It looks like it'll be a navy. Very wet. See if we can dry it off a little bit over here. There we go. Refusing to listen to this blasphemy. Correct. The glass pen writes different, Kurt. That's for sure. Nope. Empty. Huh. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. I've been wanting to open this for a while. This is from Wasted Paper. It's from endlesspens.com. You can check out the official Wasted Paper on Instagram and YouTube. This is Montverde ink. It's called Stephanie Blue. It is a beautiful turquoise color from what I can remember. It is a beautiful turquoise color. This is it's a little wet still. Let's try again. Oh, still a little bit. It is mighty pretty. Oh yeah. This is beautiful. If you are looking for a beautiful color, other than black, according to Steve, but if you're looking for a beautiful teal turquoise colored ink, I would highly recommend this. You can get this from endlesspens.com. Check them out. Like I said, use my name for a 15% discount. I will, let's write it out here. It is. It is a beautiful turquoise color. Neil had this made in honor of his wife, and the color is stunning. I think I may need a different paper or a different nib with it. We can try our other nib as well. You can find this at official wasted paper on YouTube. And Instagram. Nice hint there, Linda. I will make something like that. Your color combinations have been good. Great idea. But this is a beautiful color. Would you all like for us to start carrying ink samples as well in the website? We want to start changing, offering some more fountain pen stuff on the website. We want to commit to a certain amount of pens every week to be offered. And also maybe a library of fountain pen information we can post there as well. It did bleed a little, which was expected. I mean, I did put on a heavy line. Let's try another nib. This is great for swatching. It holds a lot of ink, puts it out well. Golf, livery, nib, folder from River City Pens dot com, or River City Pen Company. See, the River City Pens. I don't think that's correct. I think it's Pen Company. Sorry about that, Rich. I will post a link in the video. Yes. Happy New Year to everyone. This will be our last live of 2025. The next time we meet for a live, it will be January 6th, 2026. Hopefully 2026 is a great year as well. And let's hope for the best. And that concludes our live. We are finished. We have hit the 9 o'clock mark. So good night, everyone. We will see you next year. There are some postings that will go up tomorrow. Be sure to watch the group. You will see some neat stuff go up tomorrow. Some things that we apologize for being behind on, but they will get posted tomorrow to close out the year. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for joining the live. You all have a blessed evening and Happy New Year. Good night to everyone.